probably lock in this Varia pick, though. It's a very popular pick ban. I'd say it's probably at 100% in NACL so far this season, which just speaks volumes about how strong she is. And I'm surprised it's taken them so long to pick it up, unless they feel like they have a really good counter to the Varia. But
Yeah,
even then, she's still extremely strong. They're actually going to first pick the Grace. Wow, that's a really interesting pick.
Grace is really strong right now as a support. You know, stable. It's a simple, good pickup. But what I'm very surprised is Varia has got through the first ban and wasn't picked up. I've casted with just to point out the Burgerman Mark as Blackfeather picked up. Burgerman Mark, who I've casted with, is playing for Team Sapphire Aces. So I'm kind of surprised that as we talked about how strong Varia is, that she wasn't picked up as the first pick by Sapphire Aces. So I'm expecting her to be banned in the second ban phase.
Yeah, it's also interesting too that they're going to pick up this Blackfeather too. I would assume that they're not going to ban. I would assume they believe Sapphire Aces to ban this Varia rather than themselves, as they do ban that Vox. And this draft is just, I'm totally thrown by it. There's nothing off meta about it, but there's no Varia in it. We've gone through 5 heroes already.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of right. There's nothing off meta between the picks and the bans, but it's also really unusual that Varia has gotten through at this stage. But I think you're right, and I go with no. Sky's been banned. She's strong. Please tell me Varia's going to be picked. My God, come
There
on,
she
yes,
is.
Varia's picked up by Hadean era. This is going to be the first game that I'm going to get to cast with Varia on the full. I cannot wait for this shell.
Man, I am excited too. You really don't get to see her a lot because she's banned so much. But it took 7 picks or bans to get her out here. So,
Maybe they just forgot about her. But anyway, let's talk about now. Sapphire Ace is what they're gonna have to follow up. I feel like Ataka has got to be a sure choice right now because Taka can get onto the back, and with the healing and sustain that Grace is gonna provide late game, I feel really will be a good choice for Sapphire Aces.
yeah, definitely. They do go with that Rona pick, though. And it's a good play into that Blackfeather, unless... Oh, they pick up Alpha, too. Alpha... Okay, on this Rona pick, though. Rona is good into weapon power Blackfeather, but Varia can also be flexed into crystal and weapon power. And then they have this Alpha pick, but Blackfeather is really good into Alpha. So it's kind of like they're picking their poison here.
They are, but I want to throw another ace in the hat. Excuse that pun, but it could be a weapon power Alpha and a weapon power Rona, but they've gone for a Batiste. Batiste, I presume it's got to be a Captain Batiste, as opposed to a Lyra or a Catherine that also provides CC stuns and blocks against the enemy team. Going for Batiste, how do you feel about this?
I really love Hayden Ayer's draft. I really like that Baptiste pick because their comp is just dive. It's triple melee. They're going to try and dive this backline and kill this Varia. And he can just throw out his Fusion Shade and disengage his team from the fight, disengage the other team, and then they can really fight on their own terms. I'm assuming he'll be picking up an Echo as well.
Yeah, and one thing that did get whispered in my ear, which is absolutely fantastic to be given this snippet of information that I can gladly pass on to you guys, is these two teams scrim shell. So I feel that they are respect banning each other, and that is why you are kind of getting somewhat of an unusual comp from both teams. And this makes me really excited because if these two teams scrim together, it means they are aware of each other's playstyle. And when you're aware of a team's playstyle, even though you might not play to your strength in terms of whether it's comp or playstyle, but it kind of says that whether you're going to be able to cope with you playing outside of your comfort zone in terms of both comp and playstyle. So this is going to make for a really exciting and interesting match, Shal.
Definitely. And as we're moving on here, whose draft are you preferring? And do you think it'll be a weapon Varia or a crystal Varia?
You know what? I'm not gonna say right now. I don't even want to predict because it's gonna be a weapon power Varia because as we get into this game, Blackfeather has gone for double crystal bit. So I'm actually going to go for Sapphire Aces in this game because I feel that they've got a very dive heavy comp, and against the Varia, that can spell trouble for her unless her positioning and the coordination as a team is absolutely on point.
Yeah, definitely. I think this game is going to really come down to Burgerman Mark on this Grace, seeing if he can block those fearsome shades coming out of Myth 5 here and stopping the engage from Sapphire.
Exactly, and Hadean era with the CP Blackfeather are gonna have to wait until they scale up mid game when the level 6 comes out from Myth 5. And yes, that fearsome shade, the mid century is picked up.
Yeah, he's picked up by that Black Feather. But we do have a good team fight going here, though. Everyone's dropping very low. Grace going right back in. Alvin drops from very low, but pops that flash just in time. But he's going to go down to that Alpha with that Prime Directive, and Black Feather's going to fall as well. Alpha's going to go into Infinite Reboot. Varia's going to escape. It looks like she's going to make her way to those backs, but that Scout Trap might have spotted her out.
See, this is kind of why I mentioned playing to strengths and weaknesses. As we see, Varia has gone to the jungle of Sapphire. To Sapphire. Sorry, my apologies.
Sapphire Aces.
Yeah, Sapphire Aces. My humble apologies there. To Sapphire Aces is a good choice. You get a little bit of jungle, and it means that you're kind of, negating the early kills that came out by Sapphire Aces. But yeah, I want to talk about power spikes and playing to your comp strengths. Like I mentioned, Hadean era, they have a mid to late game comp, okay? So early game, you don't want to expose yourself to a team fight. Really, you don't, because you're only going to get shut down, and that's what happened in the first 2 minutes of this game. So as we see another team fight breaking out, again, it's the same thing. Alpha is so strong early game, especially against the Black Feather, and again, the kill comes out, is going to come out. Come on, I can predict the future, and it does come out.
Yeah, and also something interesting to note here, it looks like Hadean Air is going to be going double crystal power. So something that neither of us thought that they would do here. How do you feel about double crystal? You think they can make it work?
Look, they've got Varia. Even though I called Sapphire Aces initially, and I do feel that at least in the early stages, Sapphire Aces have got the better game, or have got the game under control. You've got Varia. She's going to be strong either way. Yeah. When you look at it in terms of as a comp, weapon power Varia probably would have been a lot better because CP Varia, as strong as she is, she also relies on getting those skill shots on point. But when your weapon power Varia, you're able to kind of be out of position a little bit more because you're able to reposition.
Yeah, hold on a second here. We got a gank coming in this lane here. Varia's going to reposition very well, and it looks like Blackfeather is also going to fall low. Alpha is going to pop that flask, and so is Rona. 2 flasks down for them. Hadean Air still has all 3 of their flasks, but they're not leaving this bush. They might be trying to get a little bit more here. Baptiste, not usually plays the captain very low, is not going to fall there, though. And Blackfeather, he's going to go invade this jungle, too.
Yeah, that's good by the Blackfeather. Really good by Hadean Era. Because when you kind of fall behind and you're kind of losing the team fight, if you get any kind of win or any kind of chance to take advantage like that, you do. Because the enemy team have already kind of invaded you. They've taken a little bit of gold, a little bit of jungle away. So if you can, kind of balance that out again, that's really good stuff. But we're 4.5 minutes into this game. The goal difference is nothing between these two teams. I mentioned already that Sapphire Aces, I feel, have a bit more control over the game. But Hadean Era, they're a good team. They can easily get back into it.
Yeah, they definitely can. As this game moves forward, what do you want to see out of Hadean Era? Because they have fallen, they've dropped 4 kills already. So What do you want? What do you want to see from them differently?
I just want to keep them. I just want to see them stay structured because yes, they're 4 kills down.
Looks like it might be 5 here. Baptiste's fallen very low. That Alpha is going to clean it up. But we got great. Oh, Grace is going to jump in on this Varia. She's low. Varia just can't get the kill. Wow, great play by Grace there. Alpha's going to go into the infinite reboot. I do not think she'll be getting up from that. They are going to trade 1-for-1 here, and they might lose this turret too with the recalls. Oh, Blackfeather with a cheeky play, not going to get it.
Blackfeather
This is risky.
would have been far better off staying up lane and securing that turret because, like I said, you can get all the kills you want, and I keep on saying that. Of course, I'm going to say it over and over again. As we see, I'm going to leave it over to you, Shell.
Yeah, Rona. I mean, they're the front of the turret. Well, if Blackfeather would have stayed, they definitely could have got that turret. But he is going to pick up that aftershock first. Aftershock, very prominent build we see on Blackfeather these days. And Vari's going to recall. And the interesting thing here is Hadean Air, they're down 5-1 in kills, but they have almost a 1,000 gold lead advantage.
Yeah, you know why? Because kills only get you to a certain point in the game. Shell, it's all well and good getting a kill here and there and kind of dominate a game from a kill point of view. But if you're not turning those kills into advantages, you're not winning the overall game. And we're seeing Hadean Era holding their ground, not being affected by these kills.
Yeah, and we're going to have another fight breaking out here. Everyone's focused on his Blackfeather, but he's just going to use that Rose offensive defensively this time. Minion King is actually going to come out right there, and we're going to have Grace drop down. Oh, interesting fight there. Did you like that fight coming out of Sapphire?
Yeah, it was great. It was good by Sapphire, but Hadean Era Varia.
Oh, that fearsome shade! Wow, great play there by Myth 5. It looks like they might get this Alpha as well. A Stormguard Spear is going to go right through her, but she might get underneath that turret. Grace's clear speed, incredible. That minion candied wave, they're going to take this turret down, no problem.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, Grace and Alpha and Rona, they're dive comp. Why are they not diving onto the Varia? Shell. They've got to dive. I know she's kind of staying under turret, and that's well and good. But is Burgerman Mark gonna get shut down? No, he does survive. Luckily, I feel like Christian was a little bit nice to him, a little bit friendly. But yeah, when you're playing against a Varia, especially a dive comp, you want to jump on her. You want to make sure that you shut her down as quickly as possible. Don't let the Blackfeather become a distraction. Yes, there could be a point where he's going to do a lot of damage, but he hasn't got a broken myth. He hasn't got a dragon's eye. Yes, the aftershock is great in terms of it gives you that really strong burst followed by the basic power proc, but that's only going to do so much in a team fight. If you don't get onto the Varia, you are going to lose a team fight.
Yeah, definitely. And we usually see Blackfeathers pick up Aftershock and Dragon's Eye, but he decided to go for the Broken Myth. Do you like that pickup since they are double crystal power?
Yeah, because it's double crystal power, they're automatically going to go for CP defense, so you need the Broken Myth, and I presume that's what Blade is going to go for now. I think the reason why he didn't go for the Broken Myth second item is because alternating current is so useful for that basic attack damage, and when you're a Varia with the AoE damage, it's just going to help you that little bit more than Broken Myth. As you see a bit of engagement coming out, Sean.
Yeah, we are going to have Rona here trying to get onto this Blackfeather, but Blackfeather can sit back and poke that heal from Grace is going to come out. Baptiste just echoes that fear and just completely whips on that second one. Alpha and Rona diving onto this Blackfeather. Blackfeather roads fences away. We're going to have the ult coming out of Varia. They're just trying to get underneath this turret. Alpha going to the infinite reboot. She's going to blow up. Rona falling very low. Ooh, that flash and those berries used at the right time, but Alpha falls down. Grace falls too. Double kill for Varia. Do you think they dove too deep there?
No, it's not that they dove too deep. I just feel that it's not as
Oh
cool.
my
And the ace
goodness.
comes out by
What
Varia.
a
Absolutely
play.
fantastic. She's broken, Shell. She's broken. She
I know.
can't be fixed
How
right
did you
now.
not ban her? You had 2 times you could have banned her,
I
and
know.
you didn't.
I know,
How?
and Sapphire Aces, I feel are gonna pay the price as this game continues because they are now over 6k gold ahead, Shell, and that just screams they're 2 turrets ahead as well. They've taken down 2 turrets. They overall control this match, and you know, I'm not gonna knock down Sapphire Aces. They're not down and out. It's still only 10 minutes into the game. You have Dorona got the Serpent's Mask, is gonna look into the build into the breaking point, and then I feel we'll tank up, maybe get a double Aegis wouldn't be a bad idea because Rona doesn't need a lot of damage. Maybe go for the Shiver Seal actually on Rona to help slow down the variant. But as we see, Christian is caught out here, so.
Yeah, he's caught out, but he's going to get away fairly easily. Baptiste's going to throw that Fearsome Shade into the jungle. Alpha, though, uses her Prime Directive to get on the Black Feather. Fountain does come out from Myth 5 here. The heal from Grace comes out, too, onto that Alpha. They're diving deep, and they're going to take that Baptiste down. But Alpha, the Infinite Reboot, she is going to get away. Oh, will she live, though? Rona jumps right back in. Uses her Red Mist right there. And she's falling very low. Oh, she's going to go down to that Varia. Varia on the hunt here with his Alpha. Alpha looks like she will get away. But it looks like Grace will be the sacrificial lamb. Another double kill for T-Blade. And she just...
T-Blade is just having a field
day.
day.
Oh, Alpha's going to hop back in here on this Black Feather, though. Varia is just chunking this Alpha, though. And Alpha is going to end up falling there to that Black Feather. And they get the ace.
Yeah, and we are seeing I feel like there's not really much Sapphire Aces can do. They're kind of becoming a bit more and more uncoordinated as we see Burgerman Mark going in, but to what benefit as the Sentry gets defeated. And look at T-Blade, it's just, kind of essentially stutter step and do that alternating current basic damage and just, yes, holding his own. I want to talk real quickly about this Alpha because obviously, Aftershock is a pretty standard item for an Alpha. Gives you great burst, all that jazz. But if you're going defense, second item, and even essentially third item, Dragon's Eye would have been a better choice.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And, Far's going to drop that Anvil's Hammer, which is a great name for an ability to begin with. It looks like they're going to try and get this fight here. Stormguard Spears coming out of Varia here, and everyone's falling very low here for the side of Sapphire Aces, and they're just double kill for Varia. She's just ripping right through everyone. This poor Alpha going into that Infinite Reboot, she's got absolutely no chance at all. Will it be a triple kill for Varia? Oh, Black Feather's going to hop in and grab that. But, I mean, what are they doing up there? Why are they trying to fight them when they're so far behind?
Well, okay. Yeah, I know. I kind of don't get why they're trying to fight them in general, and you made it a very good point in itself, but even if they're going to fight, that engagement and that team fight, that ace was just a prime example of why of what Sapphire Aces are doing wrong, because if you looked at Varia in the whole fight, she was untouched. Her health was essentially full, Shell.
And she has no defense either,
And she has no defense. So, what does that say to you? What does that spell to you?
Yeah. And it looks like we might have another engage here, but Rona just deleted off of the fold. And T-Blade, he's got blood on his mouth, and he's going to go for some more. Alpha's going to drop here again. The heal from Grace onto herself does hit that's done on to Baptiste, but I don't think she's going to make it out of that. She is just going to fall another ace. They're over. I mean, I feel like they're trying to catch Hadean air off on a bad rotation and take that first turret, but they're up there. They're in a bad position and they're not even infused right now. So it's just kind of. It's like what are you even doing?
Yeah, the turret is destroyed. We see Christian's got the Dragon Eye
stacks. They're just trying to fight again. Look at this Varda. She's just chunking everybody. Blackfeather gets that kill onto Alpha. Rona, I don't think she has
8 stacks, 9 stacks, ace for Christian.
That is going to be the game.
Yeah, that's game over. And Christian had more stacks than Burger in that team fight. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And they take game 1, Shell.
Yeah,
Really amazing stuff.
Yeah, if you got that variety, you definitely rock and roll all night. Another team, they'll be living on our prayers. So
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely
great
fantastic stuff.
execution coming out of Hadean era. I mean, do you think we'll see a Varia banned next game, or you think they'll let it go through again?
Come on, they the first ban coming out from Sapphire Aces will be the Varia. They'll be kind of turn around. They'll be somewhat kicking themselves in the face. In terms of that they let the Varia go, but even though they let the Varia go, you could turn around and go, yeah, fair enough. That can be combated by a dive heavy comp. They had a dive heavy comp, but they did not use their comp to its strengths. And that is one of the most important things within Vainglory Shell, is that you use your comp strengths to its full advantage, and that you play on the power spikes, and that you itemize your hero's build to suit the match that is in front of you. And like I said, when you're against the Varia, you dive on her. 2-3-man dive, wipe her out. You can then focus on the rest of the team, because if you let her go, she is going to absolutely wipe the floor off your team.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, oh my goodness, I will say it's really fun to watch Varia play. She is just like she's a playmaker, definitely. You don't get to see her. You don't get to see her a lot, and it's just really fun to just watch Varia play.
It is.
They got beat really bad in the early game. Well, they didn't even get beat bad in the early game. They dropped a few kills, but I mean, they kept their heads held high. They came back, and I mean, they really took it to them.
Yeah, they did. They really did. And as we are kind of waiting just to get into this to draft to this second game, I kind of want to point out, and I said it in the last game I casted, and I'm gonna kind of keep on saying it until it's broken. I kind of feel like I have a bit of a caster curse on these matches, because every single game that I've casted so far in the NACL Shell has gone down a 2-0 sweep. No team that I've casted has come back and taken a win off their enemy team. It's either gone, it's gone 2-0 for one of the teams. So if there's one match and one team that I'd like to see break that mold, it would be Sapphire Ace, because Burger Man Mark, my caster friend buddy, is on that team. And I know from casting with him that he knows how to play this game. As we are just about ready to get into this draft, I believe it is starting, and yes, it has started, Shell. So come on, Hadean era, they're not going to ban the Varia. Why would they? Because they got it last game first try. They're banning the turn worker. Makes sense. Sapphire Aces, come on. 26-25, you gotta ban that Varia. No, they banned the Ringo.
Oh
Shit,
my
what do you
goodness.
make of that?
I mean, if Hadean doesn't pick up Varia right now, I mean, it's just I don't even know what to think anymore. So
I think they're going to pick up Blackfeather again. I don't think they're too worried about losing Varia because they're one game ahead. No, they pick up the Varia. You're dead right. You're dead right, Shell. And Hadean era, look, I'm not going to take anything away from Sapphire Aces, because I do feel they possibly could have learned from the mistakes they made in the previous game, and maybe they are kind of going to go for a similar style comp, dive heavy, jump on the Varia, maybe pick a Taka instead of an Alpha, because Taka is a little bit more slippery. And can dive onto the Varia a little bit quicker, but as it looks like they're just waiting. They're probably just talking about it, thinking about it, and then they're gonna pick their first hero. We will find out.
yeah, they're gonna pick up Lyra. I'd assume we're gonna see a Grace ban here, just because then the only healer left would be Adagio, and we really don't see him very much these days, which is sad.
Yeah, it is.
I love me some Adagio.
Well, we've seen Weapon Power Adagio played at the World and
Yeah,
in previous. VG8 season, so she's definitely meta somewhat as a weapon power, but definitely not as a support. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about this Lyra Shell. A strong healer and a strong support provides a lot of CC with Bright Bulwark with the Arden taken away. But when you're against the Varia, I don't know if that's the wisest choice unless the rest of your team is going to be dive heavy and you're going to be able to stay in the back line, throwing out the Bright Bulwarks, throwing out the heals, and then portaling in to take the Varia out. That is where I feel Sapphire Ace's best strategy lies right now.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we'll probably see a Black Feather ban coming out from Hadean Era here.
You call yourself? Wow, can you predict the future? Are you in Ireland by any chance? Like where I'm 5-6 hours ahead? Are you sure you're not here and you're predicting the future? Absolutely fantastic, on point ban choice that you made. Excuse that pun. But yeah, Sapphire Aces, their second pick is gonna be really important. I feel like they should pick something that is actually flexible, maybe even a Sky that can go either crystal power or weapon power. Yes, if you pick up the Sky. No, they go for Gwen. Gwen isn't really meta right now.
I can see this Gwen pick working out though, because if they play crystal power, it's a pretty good path for her, and it's just like it's ridiculously easy CC to hit with your ability, with your A. And once you get a clockwork going, it's up so frequently. And I think it might be able to poke with this Varia and with the heals from the Lyra. I don't know how it'll work out. But hey, they're going to go ahead and pick up this Lance and the Cruel. Both interesting picks into these other two heroes, right? Would you say?
Lance and Cruel is a good choice because they provide a kind of a lot of dive and a lot of distraction for the Varia. And if the petal comes out, so that would mean that, well, okay, it could be a weapon power petal and a CP Gwen. The reason why I think it is because with the AoE damage that comes out from Varia, she's going to be able to knock those minions and kill them and take them out pretty quickly. Okay? So if it's weapon power petal that obviously relies more on her basic attack, she's going to be able to, let's say, jump, get onto the Varia, and while Gwen is, let's say, in the background, dealing out that buckshot damage that we know CP Gwen can do.
Yeah, and I don't know. I would really like to see CP Petal. It's just so good into Cruel because you can just consistently jump away, stay away from him with those minions. But it is a lot harder with those changes with the Frostburn and Petal's minions. So
yeah, it is, but don't forget though, Frostburn isn't really too viable as an option, as an item right now. There's much stronger CP item shell. But look, we are in this game, and it does seem like that the petal has gone for the double crystal power bit. The Gwen match on the Gwen has gone for Book of Eulogies. Weapon Blade makes sense. The Book of Eulogies is gonna provide her a bit more sustain in the early stages of the game. Make sure that she can farm up that little bit easier, that little bit quicker. And Blade, T-Blade V2 is going again for a CP variant. Makes sense, and then you're gonna have a weapon power Cruel.
Yeah, and as we are getting on in the way with this game, who do you have here winning this one?
Based on the fact that they have Varia and they dominated the previous game, it easily has to be Hadean Era.
Yeah. Would you say that Sapphire Aces are living on a prayer with this one?
I wouldn't say they're living on a prayer. You know, they've got plenty of chances. It takes more than prayer. They've got the ability.
Yeah, we're gonna have Nigga start out here. Lance pops his pot there early. Cruel's jumping onto this petal. The Spectral Spine is not gonna get the kill, but Varia is gonna pick it up. Cruel uses the pot. Oh, a great spear coming out of Varia, and Cruel is gonna pick up that kill as well. All that's left is this Lyra, very squishy. Lance is gonna pick it up, spreading the love around there on Hadean Era, getting one kill apiece.
Yeah, it's pretty good overall, and then it's 3-0 so far in the early stages by Hadean era, but they've got to now kind of convert this into objectives and into map control. They've kind of got the early map control, but they've just got to follow it up. Definitely 100%.
Yeah, and with Cruels, once they get going early, once they get that advantage, it is extremely hard to get that control back. Because I mean, they get in your jungle. It's really easy for Cruels to seal camps with his smite. So
yeah, definitely. That's a really good point that you do make up, Shell. But you're gonna have the heal from the Lyra that is gonna help just keep Matchas alive that little bit longer. But it's not stopping the pressure, and those absolutely fantastic impales coming out from Myth 5 is really doing the job and keeping the pressure on Sapphire Aces.
yeah, and I want to talk a little about this Gwen. It looks like she is going to be going with that weapon route. What do you think we'll be seeing for here as she is gonna pick up that kill onto Lance, but she's gonna fall on front with that Varia? So, what do you think we'll see from her? Do you think we'll see like a tension bow, a Starblade breaking point, or maybe like a poison shiv, trying to get some mortal wounds onto this Cruel so he can't sustain as much?
I think the best choice would actually be a crit build, very essentially the same as Ringo right now, which would be a spell sword, double tyrants, because the spell sword will provide you cooldown as the root comes out onto Matcha by Myth 5. But yeah, the spell sword would really help provide a bit of cooldown, and then the Tyrant's Monocle will give that crit damage onto the abilities and the basic attacks, and will actually just provide more to Matchas. And then maybe as the last item or a mid-game item, you could go for a breaking point. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, and we do have Lance here. He's just dealing with this. Petal, Cruel's gonna come up here. Petal's gonna boots away, come back in, use her pot. She used her healing flask really early right there. And Cruel and Lance are on top of her. Ooh, a great root comes out from Myth 5. And Cruel is gonna finish the job up there with that smite. And we'll see if they can capitalize with this jungle. And they're trying to push this wave onto T-Blade, but Varia just clears it so fast with that heroic perk of hers.
Yeah, but now Hadean Era have got to kind of look to really take this into their own control and make it structured. Yes, I like what they're now kind of doing. Look at this, but they've got to be careful.
Yeah, and Petal does have a level advantage on this Cruel right now, which is interesting to point out.
Yeah, but what's the point if she's being
2-1?
Yeah.
Oh, she's not gonna get that jump. Gonna get denied by the Giftian wall and the stun. Very low. One more hit. Cruel does take her down, but Petal, she cleared her whole backs there, so it's not like she lost a whole lot there. But they are gonna lose the sentry here, which is gonna be good for Cruel. It's gonna get him. He's got a lot of gold. He's got almost 1,500 on him. It's gonna take the other half of Petal's jungle. And it looks like Gwen and Lyra, they're looking for something over here to take.
Yeah, it makes sense. They push lane a little bit, but it feels like they might get potentially exposed. Look at matches,
Yeah.
What? That.
Oh, good skedaddle to get out of that. And then she uses her boot. Gwen's gone right there, but we have T-Blade coming out on this Varia. Nightmares from last game as Sapphire Aces, they're just trying to run away, but Cruel and Lance, so much CC from those two. And we have Anvil Hammer coming out of this Varia. Petal falling very low. Cruel is just going to finish it up nice and easy with that Dead Man's Rush. Lyra, maybe she'll steal this camp, maybe not. She's not going to get it.
Oof. It's rare, Shell, that you have a Cruel that is dominating, a weapon power Cruel dominating a CP Petal. That shows you how much coordination, synergy, and control Hadean Era have in this game. It just really says a lot.
Oh, Cruel with the stun on Lyra. Oh my goodness. She got locked up and they didn't even finish. The Lance falling very low. He still has that fountain. He's going to pop it. Gwen's going to come down as well. Crystal Sentry is chasing Lance along with Petal. But Varia rotates down. She takes down the Gwen. I can't believe it. Lance getting away. Uses roots to get past these minions. That was incredible right there.
Blade was an OP hero in that last game. Christian is just saying, no, I want a piece of the action. I want to show the people at home, the boys and girls, that I'm a strong jungler and that I can carry the game. And he is currently on 4 kills to 0. Yeah, okay, the turret is destroyed now by Varian doing her job, and she does get taken down. So that's a kind of a good comeback by Sapphire Aces, but they've got to make sure that they turn this into something.
Yeah, most definitely. And Gwen, she to pick up that spell sword like you thought. So maybe she's going for that build. Sapphire Aces is going to be putting pressure on this turret here. Cruel's going to come up, and it looks like they're going to lose this first turret here. And Lane's falling very low as well, forced to use that fountain extremely early in the fight. But here comes Varia. Good old Varia. Crucible used. Oh, down goes Petal. Down goes Gwen. All that's left is Lyra. She's going to portal away. Cruel. Dead Man's Rush. Triple kill. He's going to get away from these turrets, though. Ooh, just barely.
Tenjinbo was a great pickup by Christian because he knew that there was a potential that he was only going to have a bit of an initial engagement in a team fight, and he already has the basic stacks that Cruel has in his perk, and that helps with the smite. But yeah, Tenjinbo was a great pickup.
And the Cruel, Lance, wow, that was a great play by Lance there to help save that Cruel, but Cruel does end up going down to that. To the Gwen. Gwen also falling very low. Petal very low. Petal goes down from the chain lightning, it looks like. And is Gwen going to get away from this Lance? Oh, that bulwark is just going to barely save her life. Now, interesting here. Lyra went for the Crucible over the Fountain first. Do you think that was the right decision?
Yeah, it was the best choice, because when you have a Lance that's impaling and then you have the Cruel with the from Hell's Heart, the Crucible is just really vital in that team, because we saw the from Hell's Heart being blocked by the Crucible, and if he hadn't had that as the first item, it would have been even more of a game over on the side of Sapphire Aces. So yeah, absolute full props to Burgerman Mark. Crucible, great first item pick up by him.
Lance coming in here to get the wall and those impales. Gwen falling very low, but Gwen doing some good damage here, but Vari just shows up and she lays the lumber. Cruel here taking that portal right back to his teammates. A little thank you from Lyra there. And oh my gosh, that Gwen was just absolutely deleted. They're diving for this turret again. Lane's falling very low, still has that fountain. Petal goes down as well. And Hadean Air, they're just dominating this game right now.
They are dominating, Shell, but what are they kind of turning it into? They're getting kills, they're 14-3, but the gold mine is full. They're not going for the gold mine. Yeah, the sentry is defeated, but they could get both. You know, why isn't Miss 5 now? Yeah, okay, now, but now, like, all of Sapphire Aces are up now, and they could kind of potentially steal it. I believe they know that it's been taken. No, they aren't aware that it's been taken, but yeah, okay. Hadean Air, they secure it, but my point is still somewhat valid, that when you're a team and you have control over the game, you don't let the structure slow down. You don't let the momentum slow down.
Yeah, and they are going to be fighting again here from Hell's Heart to throw way back onto that Lyra, and she's going to go down to that Cruel. Petal falling very low. Petal goes down to Varia. All that's left is Gwen. They're going to collapse on her here. Missed Impale from Myth 5 there, but that Cruel cleans it up nice and easy. Now, I mean, they kind of almost doubled their gold lead. Well, actually, they only added 1,000 to it since.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's why I talk about, now they are going to secure this turn. That's all well and good, really good stuff. But the goal lead should realistically be based on the kills and the control that I'm not sure whether stop talking as a fight is going to break out here.
Yeah, another fight is going to break out here, as you said. Vari just hops right in here. She just deletes everybody. That Petal goes down right away. Gwen, no chance getting stunned up from Hell's Heart. And the Crucible ran out just in the nick of time to get that root, but Lyra portals away. It looks like Vari is going to end up taking this turret here. 3 turrets in 11.5 minutes is not too shabby here. As
It's not too.
The gold lead went from 3,000 to 7,000 pretty quick though.
Yeah, you know why? Because they turned the kills into objectives. They got 1 turret, they stayed around, they fought, they won the fight. They didn't get an ace, but they won the fight, and they got another turret in the process. And that's what you want to do. That's a structured kind of play that you need to do as a team. Yeah, it's all well and good, as I said, getting kill after kill after kill, but if you're not turning it into an objective advantage, you're not turning it into a game-winning advantage.
Yeah, that is true. And this is really sad to see, though, but it looks like this petal is just calling it a day over here.
Yeah, Max Topher on this petal is definitely not giving the best representation of both his team and NACL. And I hate to comment on something like this, but I have to somewhat apologize to the viewers that are watching this on behalf of NACL and even on behalf of Sapphire Aces right now for what Petal is doing. It's not something that we like to see as casters. We want to see teams not giving up, giving it their all until the end, because that says more about you as a player and a team than anything. If you can take a loss on your shoulders and take it and learn something from it, you're going to improve a lot quicker than if you give up, especially in a tournament, a competitive tournament setting. Shall.
Yeah, most definitely. And this Gwen here, she's getting totally collapsed on. She's gonna go down. Lyra, she already used. She's gonna go down as well.
Yeah, double kill. I don't want to comment anymore so much on the game as a game. I just want to talk now about how strong Hadean era looked in these 2 games, how structured they approached it. The fact that they got Varia both games, I'm sorry, I don't even want to comment on the team fights because I don't feel there's any point. Not out of disrespect to Hadean era, but just out of the fact that look at all the gold mines. And yeah, the ace goes to Sapphire Aces, but at what cost?
Yeah, that turret is very low. They were trying to get that last turret there to end the game. I mean, let's just
it's hard to.
Let's break these builds down. So for Cruel here, we see he's got it's kind of an old Cruel build. We saw it in that patch lead up to Worlds when Cruel is a very popular hero. You would see that tension bow and the shiver steel, or not the shiver steel, tension bow and the poison shiv. Yeah, it's a very popular build. And then people kind of stopped playing Cruel, and then they started playing a different build. Do you like this build that he has going?
In this comp situation, yes, because normally against this comp of a petal, you're not going to be able to build up breaking point stacks. So you go for burst and a bit of extra sustain. And then the Shiver Steel provides both a slow onto the enemy team and attack speed. So it was a really good build that came out of the Cruel. You then had the Vari that had an absolutely perfect Aftershock, Dragon's Eye, Broken Myth, and Clockwork Island build. You can't fault what Hadean era did in the series. I've got to say they also didn't break the cast. My caster curse, as I'm going to call it, was not broken. Shell another 2-0 sweep by a team here in my casting series so far, and I feel like there's not much else we can or even should talk about